YouTube streaming working? Oh shit, it's actually working. We're live on YouTube. Are we live on Twitch? Maybe. Hold on, I gotta check. Exciting though. Haven't gotten YouTube to work before. And okay, it looks like both are working. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Well, hopefully this continues. Oh, hello. Welcome. Good evening. Glad you're here. We're playing not Hollow Knight. We're playing what the fuck is this game called? Nine Souls. We're almost done. I spent earlier today kind of just going and gathering all of the miscellaneous stuff. So I am fully caught up. I've cleared every zone. You can see that I have pretty much all the jades. I have a full skill tree. I got all the good stuff. And now we are continuing to travel to where progress lies. I don't know how much of the game we have left. I don't think it's very much, just based on, well, everything. Oh, I also made sure that I went back and did all of the stuff necessary for... Dude, I want to fight these things. Maybe I don't. They look like me, though. Is that weird? Like, they kind of look like me. I also made sure I went back and did all the stuff for the true ending. So, that is all sorted for whenever we get to that point in the game. So yeah, it's kind of nice. Don't have to worry. Oh shit. Don't have to worry too much about money. I will probably have to farm some money at some point in order to get to... Ooh, I don't like that. That seems dangerous. I will probably have to farm some money at some point to get 100%, but that's not necessarily something I'm going to do on stream. But yeah. I guess we have to hack that and open this. The hell? Ore dump. Oh, it's what's-her-face. The cat lady that killed us. I should probably read this. This is like important lore. They are afflicted with a terminal disease. Is that an accurate understanding of what exactly is going on with them? That's talking about me. Full recovery. Body also exhibited an unprecedented symbiosis between Celerian cells and genetic material. That's me from the sky. Oh shit! Oh! You know, as frightening as the prospect of new enemies that I don't know how to fight is at this point in the game. Oh, hello. I don't think I can get up there though. The game could definitely benefit from a larger number, or a larger amount of enemy variety in general. I found it to be somewhat lacking, especially considering we're still fighting enemies that we encountered in second zone, so I can't get up there. Not quite. And with all of our upgrades, these guys are pretty easy to deal with. Not that I mind, because these guys were quite frustrating to begin with. Hello. More lore, I'm assuming. Yeah, we're definitely coming up on the end of the game with all this large lore dump from who is presumably the final boss, because he's the one that kicked me off the ledge to begin with. This is telling me all about me, too. Talking about immortality, yeah, because what's her face? The time lady that I killed achieves immortality. I wish I was more... I'm conflicted, because part of me wishes I kind of had a better idea of what was going on story-wise, and the other part of me doesn't care. Not because I think the story is bad, but because there's just been so much detail to it. I've talked about this before, but I definitely think that the game could have benefited from a little bit of a less is more narrative style. There's just a bit too much dialogue, which is surprising coming from a developer that was primarily experienced. Well, I say that, they made one game, right? But whose first foray was a horror game. Oh, there's lots of logs here. So Tianhao is affliction of some sort, that sort of cancerous overgrowth that a lot of those enemies have. So it seems like a lot of the Solarians were probably corrupted. Explain, well, it doesn't explain the harvesting behavior, but at least I don't think it does. All of these logs are corrupted. Well, it doesn't do me a whole lot of good now, does it? They definitely span a long period of time, though. 90% of those who receive the serum fail to recover. The remaining 10% turn into mutants. Gotta find the solution. So I think it's telling a story backwards. Unless I wasn't paying attention, which is equally as likely. But I thought it said that I was immune or an effective incubation vessel for the cure. Not sure. I did talk about how G. Damn it. Ooh. Finally, Jesus. Anyway, yeah, I was kind of surprised by how low, I'm not going to use the word poor, but how low the enemy variety is. Oh, here we go. And I should have looked at those screens and seen what was going on over there. Who is this? Is this cat lady? Old cat lady? She doesn't have any story. That's disappointing. I really liked these. They gave me a lot of backstory into who the characters were, which was much more interesting than the plot and whatever the plot has going on. She is. Old cat lady. Agong. Back then, if I was able to convince you, things might not have developed this way. Spare me the empty speculation. If we could go back in time, I would simply behead you with my sword. I've watched you murder the souls one after the other. Don't even recognize you anymore behind your bloodlust. You were my favorite student, so curious about the world and eager to learn science, don't you remember? You came up with the eternal cauldron and brought hope to all Solarians. Hope should not have been based on lies. People have a right to the truth, that's what you taught me. Scientist, I knew from the very beginning that it was important to solve problems in a practical manner. Truth and lies mean nothing compared to a Solarian's life. Forgive me for asking, but do you think Tianhao will just disappear once you have taken all the soul seals? Or do you plan on waking everyone up just to die together back in Pink? I didn't see what that option said. You are sure this won't just lead to another disaster? I have indeed made mistakes in the past, that's why I spent the last few centuries trying to make amends. Maybe she has like a little root tentacle helmet or little thing on her head. Right now, I'm the only one who can make things right no matter how much you hate me. This is an indisputable fact. We're not in a position to say any of that. Don't talk like you know me. Deny all you like, but the mentor always has a handle over the student. I don't think there's any meaning in continuing this idle chatter. I admire your confidence, but don't forget this is my soulscape. You recall the first key point from the Fangxi Art of War? All warfare is based on deception. Correct. You have always been an excellent. Oh, damn. Hey, those are mine. Don't take those. I seized control of your nerve centers the moment you entered this realm. Didn't even think you'd pull such a dirty trick. In fact, I was just thinking about how I would obtain permissions to usher in the new era. The heavens must have sent you to assist me, and for that you have my gratitude. You planned this from the start, so then those mutants. There were many accidents along the way, but I finally understood the purpose of it all. Everything, including your betrayal, ended up working in my favor. Sleep peacefully, child, for this nightmare is about to end. So she realized that all of them were corrupted and that I was going to kill them. And she was like, well, I might as well just wait until he does all my work for me. It's all fairly standard as plots go, but I'm not going to criticize it too much for that. Was it my sister? It is. Thinking about a lot lately. Are you here? I'm sorry, but I can't leave with you. She's dead, right? Like, she's like definitely dead. Did you say? I'm not going with you. I want to stay. What happened? What's making you say such stupid things? Serious. You will die if you stay here, you don't you? I know, but I can't imagine my life ending anywhere other than Pengali. Penglai? Kunlun, we will find a way to end this virus. You won't have to fear Tianhao. But ultimately, we're all mortal, and I hope to complete my journey within the Great Tao. Go again with that gibberish. Do you not want to live anymore? Yes, I want to live. How could I not want to spend the rest of my days with you? But Yi, I don't want to run away. Life and death are part of an inseparable whole. We must live well and be willing to accept death's embrace when it inevitably comes. This all seems a little bit fatalistic, right? You're just kind of giving up. And then primordial roots extended your life. Saved me was my mentor. Why do you think I worked so hard to study science for all these years? I thought you, of all people, would understand. Why would you betray me like this? I've always saved you. Saved the best of everything for you. You just assumed what I wanted. You never bothered to ask me. You keep saying it's all for me, but really it's always been about what you want. So everything I've done up to now is just my own wishful thinking. Get it now. Is that what's been going through your head? I should have known. a lot of dialogue. I hate skipping it, but I really don't want to read all of it. None of us read. We just made different choices. Similar to the setting, and this is a bit of a highbrow critique of the game. It's fall none of us really. Oh, look at all them. All the people I killed. Or freed. Maybe I freed them. There's only 8 of us here. There should be 2 more, right? Bane painting their color across the sky over and over again, probing and feeling. Night descends and our light is already faded. So I'll relate this to the point I was going to make to another conversation having. My friend was confused as to why I, of all people, someone who's a big fan of the Souls-like genre, wouldn't be interested in Another Crab's Treasure. And I had to think about it a little bit. For anyone who's not familiar, Another Crab's Treasure is like a... I'm both like invested in these cutscenes and not invested. There we go. Go back to running around. Finally awake. We were attacked. What a surprise. The inevitable 3rd act attack on the base. Just like everything else. Hello. Gross. I was asking why I wasn't interested in the game, and I had to think about it a little bit. There. Go. And ultimately it came down to the fact that I place a large amount of value in... Uh-oh. Oh, I'm actually playing. I thought that was like a scripted cutscene. Okay, I sure enjoy not being able to see things on the screen. I place a large amount of value... Oh, it's just these dudes. Here I am thinking we're finally going to get a new enemy, but I guess that's it. A large amount of value in... I'll use the pretentious term, even though it feels pseudo-intellectual. Ludonarrative consistency, in which the gameplay and the like theming behind the game feels cohesive. And I enjoy the Dark Souls games because I feel like they deliver on that that promise. I feel like the games feel oppressive and dark and overwhelming, and I feel like those are the motifs of the game. Those are the ideas behind it, and its perseverance in the face of that darkness and that oppressiveness that really is why I fell in love with Dark Souls 1 in particular, way back in the day. Ugh. And I feel like Another Crab's Treasure kind of deviates from that. It Hey. Getting a bit hairy. It kind of puts lightheartedness at the front of the experience, which isn't inherently a problem. It just doesn't appeal to me specifically. Hey. I'm like not being able to see my health. I'm just kind of healing in case. I'm stuck. Whatever. But I feel like it sacrifices some of that cohesiveness between the narrative and the execution. I really need to rack up some combo points so I can use them when I need them. And I feel somewhat similarly about this, which isn't aided in any capacity by the game's kind of interest in frequently oh my god. Guys, this is a lot. Kind of changing tones. If the game had been super serious the entire time, I might be more on like down with it, but it kind of likes to fluctuate between lighthearted and more serious, which I find sort of difficult. Damn it. Spawn. It's got to be pretty close, right? Can't be that far. Yeah, it's just here. This is by far the best ranged weapon. The shock one is really helpful during during single target boss fights, but outside of that, the piercing arrow is just too good to pass up. Come on. Go. Ugh, I don't know why I was trying to do the Makiri parry, but that's when you're supposed to do it, not before. Ta-da! I actually wish this game had more, because its combat shines so well, so heavily in everything. I actually wish this game had more like gauntlet rooms. They've really only popped up in the later part of the game. These are new ones, maybe. I think, yeah, because I didn't go this way before. Come on. Okay, can I not parry that? I want to look at these briefly. I don't need the flower, I guess. Devoted myself to the immortality problem. So I guess if you look at it in retrospect, a lot of the, pretty much all of the souls were trying to figure out how to be immortal, presumably from the viral disease that they were all suffering from. But they were just going about it in different ways. Which is kind of interesting. Again, I like the story that was with the actual bosses and the boss characters and their kind of approaches to everything, so... I guess I'm going back up here to this lift. That's kind of what it looks like. Oh yeah, I didn't finish my previous thought. Ow! Actually really, I think the combat shines pretty strongly in, like, gauntlet rooms. Admittedly, there's been many a Metroidvania which has done, like, gauntlet sequences, which have been frustrating, so, I'm not going to begrudge them for staying away from it. Oh, shit. I was trying to talisman. That wasn't a good time to do that. So I don't necessarily begrudge them from staying away from it from a difficulty standpoint, but it can be remedied with adjustments to the way that you approach checkpoints. I actually like the gauntlet rooms that I've encountered in the later part of the game. They've been fun little challenges. I will say in the earlier part of the game, God, there was one boat ride that was not strictly a gauntlet, but you could definitely call it something similar to that. The auto-scrolling sequence. And that was incredibly frustrating. In retrospect, I might have been there too early. Just like, hit me, please. Not with those. Annoying. These guys aren't even hard, they're just frustrating to try and kill. The one I was going for. Shame. The multi-talisman, last stream I was talking about some abilities that felt like they should be, felt like they really should be default as part of the game's combat. And I do think some sort of multi-talisman thing that doesn't require me to invest jades into it would have been a nice default perk as well. I guess it hasn't been that impactful, but on the flip side of that, I don't think it would have been that I don't know how to get to those few areas. I don't know if I'm supposed to be in those few areas, like if that's where I need to be pursuing. No, I'm supposed to be going back to the, what am I doing? I need to go back to the pavilion. That's what I need to do. Yeah, having the talisman at least apply to like one additional enemy in the area without having to invest jades or anything into it would have been... Oh, I can't teleport. I guess I should have suspected that. It's going to make me run back, which feels kind of... It's actually not that bad. Could be worse, I guess. That would have definitely been appreciated. I feel like I didn't have the ability to take good advantage of that until later in the game. And by then, most of its utility had kind of exhausted itself. Like, it wasn't super relevant anymore. Ah, this is a big zone. Go up back here. Get to where I want to go. Doesn't seem like it. Seems like that's only a down pathway. Whoop. Shouldn't take that long to get back, as long as we kind of run by everything, because I'm not... Oh, hello, chests. Super invested in fighting these things. Reason? Wow, that's a lot of money, actually. Like the one point in the game where I've actually gotten a decent amount of cash. I don't mean to sound that negative about this game, because it in general, the boss fights in the second half have been extremely, extremely good. I have very much enjoyed the boss fights. I would say most other elements of the game are fine. Get up here? Okay, now hold on. I'm a bit confused. Going over that way? I didn't think I unlocked this pathway. Ow. God, they're everywhere. I did. Okay. I just wasn't paying. Don't mind me, everyone. I'm just trying to get back to where I need to go. There's a lot of enemies in this zone. The boss fights have been very good. Honestly, I feel like I would have really, really enjoyed this game if the design and development time was dedicated primarily to bosses, and less to open world platforming navigation. There were some good platforming sequences, and at no point did I feel like the platforming was detracting from it. I just didn't feel like it added a whole lot of stuff, but maybe that's just my personal opinion on platforming in general in these kind of games. I would have loved a game like this that was just like, I don't even know what you would call the genre. And I'm trying to think of what it was, but I think there was, was it called Fury? F-U-R-I? The games that are basically just boss rushes. Oh, this is the wrong direction. Those are games that I don't think a whole lot about. They don't come to mind when I'm like, oh man, what are my favorite games? Or what are games that I want to play? But I really, really had a good time playing that game. I thought it was very good. It was the right amount of challenging, and when you make it just a boss rush and you cut out all the other bullshit, you really get to focus on making the bosses unique, interesting, and challenging, because there's nothing you have to navigate through in order to... I think I'm going... there's nothing you have to navigate to in order to... Oh. Oh, they killed him! Oh, I don't like that. He's like the one person in this game I cared about. Sucks. I care about him more than I care about my friend who's not even over here. Okay. Going over digital vault or whatever it is. You done to my little AI friend? My little stored consciousness. Shit, is this a boss? No. I was gonna say, that may actually be fucking sick. You know, for a game set in the future, there haven't been that many. I guess we fought a couple bosses, like more mini bosses that were robots, but there hasn't been like a big robot boss fight spectacle unless I'm forgetting something off the top of my... there was the first boss was a robot. Oh, did he die? He did. Rip. Alright, well they two survived, at least, and our other friend should be off of the village somewhere. He made it out safely. Gotta go talk to our cat friend, and I believe this is where we trigger the true ending. So I think it's the default dialogue option, so we don't have to be too worried about it. The end, isn't it? Not the time to mourn. Was that supposed to fill me with hope? Seized ultimate control of the council, commanding the guards to annihilate us. Be a piece of cake for her now. Don't get me started on the mutants. These aren't the only residents. Chuan Chuan, no, you mean you want to save the 8 men? Not in the mood for jokes right now. Are you really serious? Yes, I want to help the 8 men survive. Take them back to the pale blue planet. Save the humans that we've been harvesting. Lots of dialogue. Don't you run off? I feel like I never triggered a lot of stuff with him, which sucks because I don't think I'll be able to 100% now. I was talking about like a claw machine and all sorts of stuff that I was supposed to do. I feel like I talked to him when appropriate and prompted, but I guess maybe not. Sometimes I think I'm being overeager, you know, inattentive in skipping all the dialogue, but there is a lot of it. Rhizomatic arrow. An arrow crafted by Coffin, inspired by the rhizomatic bomb, it carries a similar destructive energy. It should be used as a last resort in your battle against I. Only be fired once. So is that like... I'm assuming that's not something I actually have to do, right? Yeah, no, that's like the way that works. A lot of quest lines I don't think I finished. So I'm wondering if it resets, it might. Where am I supposed to go now? I also probably re-unlock everything. Though there wasn't a chip down there. Sure on that one. Go. The disadvantage of skipping all the dialogue. Where would be a sensible place to go? To the tree? Sense. Though. Oh no, that's the record. I have music turned off. Which I should probably turn back on if I'm... Make things a little bit more interesting. I don't think there's anything playing right now. We'll see when we get to a boss fight. Can I... Oh, I can still use his workbench. Probably spend some of this. Yeah, certainly either I'm going to restore this or it's going to reset me, maybe, after I beat the boss. So I should be able to accomplish a bunch of things. Hello. Hello, ape people. One's getting on the ship. They're getting on the Ark. Can we talk about the movie 2012 for a second? Once we get through this dialogue. There's just so much of it. There's so much talking in this game. Maybe it's the problem of like you have a group of people that haven't made a narrative, like a properly narratively driven game. Oh, he's given us our little butterfish thing. That's cute. Mystic Nymph, yeah, that's what it's called. Important to me. So I want to ask you for a favor. Can you hold on to it for me for a little bit? Okay, I understand. I'll take good care of it and return to you later. But this, as a reward, I'll take you to see the ocean when we're both on the pale blue planet. This pinky promise. Kind of heartfelt. It's kind of sweet. I do feel like the relationship with the kid is pretty damn forced narratively, but it's still pretty cute. Can't lie. So we're like far away from her then. Supposed to be my last message, not just a bunch of trivial questions. My time has come, but do not worry, I'm not going anywhere. Just be stepping ahead of you, return to him. I don't get the whole sister dynamic. Like, I understand that he's connected to her and she's like from planet and she was more interested in the old ways and being in tune with nature than trying to fight the inevitability, but it just, I don't know, it just seems strange to me. Oh, okay. Just seems, it's another like narrative piece that's very confusing. Look at all the people. They look like people. Not the ape people. They all got haircuts. I guess we're going this way to fight. So it is like an ending sequence, which is kind of unique for a Metroidvania. I feel like these usually give you... Oh no, I can go back to the... I don't know where I'm supposed to be going. Barely. Guess it's directing me to the only place I can go. Floor, damaged floor. Yeah, so it is like an ending sequence. It's kind of Zelda-esque, you know, where the end of the game puts you in a place that you can only go certain places until you defeat the final boss, and then it resets you to right before that. This is what I assumed was going to be the boss door. And this has got to be the final boss, unless there's a penultimate boss, which I wouldn't say no to. I wouldn't dislike more boss fight, but I have a suspicion that this is the end. I am hoping that they're going to give us another checkpoint before we do this, because I do not want to be running back every single time. Primordial Roots Core loading. Readings. Pick all we want, but the truth is that the Tianhao could not be cured in the short term, therefore I would like to propose a bold new plan. Called the Eternal Cauldron Project. Keeping the elixir from me all. You misunderstand me. It's not bodily immortality, it's spiritual immortality. To put it simply, it's a plan to place all Solarians into virtual reality while their bodies are put into cryosleep, until we find a cure. Scientists and GA have already experimented on this. They were not very successful. This time is different. This time we have Lady Ethereal's Vital Sanctum. Our tests have proven that we can fix all the shortcomings of older hibernation devices. Combine that with the creation of virtual worlds. Yes, upon waking, all test subjects were very satisfied with the dreams they experienced. There were a few who had trouble, but those are minor issues. I'll patch those out. The only issue is generating soulscapes for tens of thousands of people requires an unprecedented amount of computing power. We wouldn't be able to meet capacity, even if we linked up every single abacus on Penglai. Leave the esteemed Goma. That. Research on Jiangxi soldiers. Didn't you posit the possibility of biological calculators? Connecting biological brains in a series, indeed in a biological computer. However, that theoretical model requires the brains of the organisms with higher intelligence. Source those. Anything polluted by the Tian, unethical. Haotian Spear, the Deep Space Telescope, has been running for centuries. It has collected massive amounts of actually find a planet with intelligent creatures. Temporarily named it the Pale Blue Planet based on its experience. Okay. So in order to place us into VR cryosleep, we needed to enslave humans. It's basically the Matrix. Save us from dying from a disease. But selfishly, just for the council, not for like all of them. To reach the same conclusion I had, we must accept our current predicament. I murdered everyone, murdered my parents because of you. Okay, so they did like a purge of all of the infected people. After I was like, hey, you know, we can figure out a cure. And they purged all of the other infected, and they're like, just stick around for us, and that's why I'm frustrated at them killing all of them. Robot Man 101, thanks for following. Good night. Okay, that makes sense. Like I said, I'm very... Oh, God. Thank God. Hello. Welcome. How are you tonight? Glad you're here. You're just in time for what is presumably the final boss. I don't know that for certain, but it certainly looks like a final boss. You get to watch me get my ass kicked for probably a good while. How about me? I'm doing well. Thank you. Thank you. Can't complain. Certainly. Had some pizza tonight. It was delicious. Super happy with that decision. It was one of those situations where I didn't really know what I wanted to eat. I had to think about it for a little while. I just kind of went with something, and my God, was that correct. I'm paying attention to the lore. Sounds nice. It was nice. I haven't eaten out in a good few weeks, so I thought I'd treat myself. Alright, don't understand why would you make the same mistake over and over again. Transforming Solarians into those mutants can't be the answer. Prophets always have to beat a lowly path. Never mind, you'll thank me in time, you and everyone. Alright, let's fight. The dawn of our race, Solarians were but stupid beasts before the whims of fate, endlessly pursuing our own tails. I love these looking like hand-drawn panels, especially because of how they use black in them. They look really, really good. Extremely cool. I hope that by trapping you in your dreams, I could avoid the confrontation. Mentor can bear to end any of their students' lives. Don't make me do it twice. Okay. Nice, okay. Off to an excellent start. That needs to be parried. Excellent, okay. Now that we got all the sucking out of the way, let's try that, but better. but better this time. What's that? What's that little emote got going on? Little emote. Is that a foot? Is that what that is? Or is that a tail? Feet? Hell yeah. Get the grippers out. Holy shit. Okay. Okay. This is going to take some time. I have a feeling. I have a feeling. Feet lover? You a foot lover? You a foot boy? We don't judge here. Don't you worry. That is going to be... I don't even know if I'm expected to... Okay. Shit. Yes, you know, I don't, I wouldn't expect anything else from someone with that emote. Where did you even get that emote? Is that custom made? Okay. I need my parry timing to not suck. There's definitely two phases to this. Getting off a full 5 charge feels like it's going to be really difficult. Really, really challenging. Thank God there's a checkpoint right next to this, though, because if I had to run any further... Look, she's got a little lightsaber. Oh, and a command grab. Ugh! Damn. I was a little bit early on that. Admittedly, I was just experimenting. Whoa! I wish there was some benefit for doing the, like, super parry outside of just countering. Good lord. Good lord! Outside of just parrying the large sequences. I'm not saying it has to be as, quite as impressive or substantial, but a little bit of something. Also probably not even worth attempting to. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to have... Oh, God damn it. Yeah, that... Her talisman is crazy. Also, I just realized that she uses a talisman on me, which is hilarious. Man, what is the timing on these strikes? I'm not parrying anything successfully. You believe in me? Thank you. We'll get there eventually. I don't believe... there was a time where I was playing this game and I was frustrated by its difficulty. Oh, fuck, man. That is so fast. And it still happens sometimes. Okay. Okay, can we stop spamming unparryables, please? Damn, okay. We're still learning it. We're figuring it out. Lady Butterfly, or whatever her name was, Lady Ethereal. Took me a little while. We just got to get the rhythm. I can tell that this is going to be a good fight if I actually focus and learn it. But that's the challenge. Maybe I can't parry that one? I guess that's probably a, yeah, that's probably a jump over and punish the whiff, kind of. Punish the whiff. Kind of red attack. Dude. Spamming parry is not going to work there. Not in the slightest. But yeah, there was a time when playing this game that I was utterly convinced that the end of it was just going to be frustratingly difficult, but I've actually found that the difficulty curve is kind of... It's not inverted. I mean, it's definitely gotten more difficult as the game has gone on, but... Okay. I would really love if you wouldn't spam that. I need to change my jades as well. If I'm not getting an abundance of opportunities to counterattack, then I'm not lifestealing a bunch. I definitely need quick heal. Let's try and switch things up a little bit. What jades are going to be useful to us? I also feel like I'm missing a jade. Like, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, I guess that's probably as many as I could be expected to have. Don't need projectiles as far as we've seen so far. Reduces knockback. That might still be useful. Recovery rate of internal damage. Yeah, we want the shorter medicine pipe for sure. This parry is to inflict internal damage to the enemy. I'm not convinced that this is doing anything. I mean, admittedly, I'm not precise parrying all that consistently. So, but even on the bosses where I have been, it doesn't seem like it's been... It doesn't seem like it's been that... that large of a contributing factor. So I'm going to take it off right now. Okay, we're back to jump spamming for parries, because it just seems like the window for jumping is so much more forgiving than the one on the ground, which is kind of a weird decision. I mean, okay, it makes sense to me, because you don't want people jumping to parry mid-air attacks and then being punished unduly for it. Like, you already have to manage the jump timing. You don't want them to have to manage the precise parry timing as well, but it makes, feels a little bullshit to me, to be honest with you. That faster heal's really nice. The one I want to try and parry, but identifying it is going to be difficult until I determine if she has a sequence of attacks that is followed up by that. I have heard, so like buckle in, get a snack, something. Because I have heard that this boss is substantially more difficult than pretty much everything that comes before, which I'm cool with. At least for now. We'll see if I remain cool with it. Yeah. Okay. I really need to be, like, punishing these, because I think the fact that I'm just dodging them and not actually doing anything with it is the reason that she's just chaining them. what's the story in this game? There's a lot going on, and I'm going to be honest, there's a fuck ton of dialogue that I skipped. In general, you as the player character are one of 10 elite alien creatures whose species is infected with a virus causing them to mutate and die and turn into monsters. And what they do, the council does, is they decide, okay, we're going to harvest humans and use the humans to power some cryo chambers so we can be immortal until we find a cure for everything. And this was all your idea as the main character. But turns out that this lady who we're fighting decided to kill all of our home species, including your family and friends, because they were infected with the virus. So, you get pissed, kill all the other council members. Really need to punish those. Okay, we're figuring it out. So you're trying to kill all the council members and save the humans that you were harvesting. That's kind of the long and short of it. There's a lot of things going on in the game. The other bosses all had their own kind of like little stories. Like one of them was really focused on robotics and trying to preserve them with robotics. All of them were trying to figure out different ways of staying alive. Okay, so we need to... Okay, so she tends to do... It seems like she does 2 talismans. Shit. And then she does the big orb after the talismans. So yeah, it's been kind of a confusing story. Partially because there's just been a lot of dialogue that I haven't wanted to read. But it all kind of came together here at the end. I'm sure there's such a more elegant way to do this fight. Ah, shit. Oh, there we go. It is kind of conceptually interesting. And I do like the overall meta-narrative, like everything that I just described to you. I think that's actually really interesting, really well done, and works well with the game. There's a lot of more detailed storytelling that feels at best unnecessary and at worst like genuinely just not good. Okay, so she doesn't always do it twice necessarily. I'm not going to say it's not good, actually. Just boring. Which isn't the worst thing that you can be, but it's pretty close. One thing that really frustrates me about combat in this game, I think combat is generally really, really good. Bosses being able to change direction in the middle of attack sequences is really, really... it's unrelenting, is what it is. It works for the kind of combat that they're trying to do, but I'm still trying to get the timing on that. Why won't you kick? Okay, so she does that between 1 and 3 times. Wow. Okay, that hitbox is insane, because you could clearly see that I was nowhere near where that sword was. And that is a legitimate criticism that has been echoed by a lot of people, is the hitboxes are not even remotely precise. Which I guess might work to your advantage when it comes to parrying, but... Fuck. Okay. Fuck. Why is she doing this weird little, like, back and forth dance with these talismans? Like, either use it or don't, lady. fuck, and it's the same opening animation, so... See, Good lord. Okay. There's got to be some subtleties to this that I can pick up on, but... She has a lot of those attacks. I don't know why I rested. That was unnecessary. I can't be complaining this much. We're very early into this fight. Like I said, it's gonna take a while. You just gotta buckle up and relax. Okay. Okay, sure. Oh, man. You would think you would be safe from that move by jumping behind her, but I guess not. And I have to assume... I know for certain that there's another phase to this. Shit. See, like, those were light attacks, so it's a little bit more understanding, but her ability to immediately turn around and continue in the middle of her attack sequence means that dodging is basically useless in that situation, right? There is functionally no utility to it. I guess maybe it could get me away. Yeah, I should have expected that. And there's the... That is like... Shit. And the latency on it is so long, too. Like, and what I mean by that is it just... It lasts for so long. Okay. Oh my god. She's so fast. Well, let's think about the things that we can do differently. I'm not going to mess with the Jades anymore. Really not getting hit by those talismans is really important. The stun talisman, if it works on her, might be helpful. And parrying that is actually probably beneficial. And the forward motion with the attacks as well. There's no running from her. There is only parrying. Which I like. I like that. That's how Ishin was. And those are two separate attacks, like two different attacks. The teleport into the down slash with the fire and the big orb are two completely different attacks. Charge attacks, maybe? No. Well, I don't know. We can try it. Some bosses have definitely... That ain't bad. parry? What even is these parry timings? The window feels so much different. You can go for a bit. All right, Robot Man. Thanks for popping in. I'll see you a little bit later. I'll probably still be here. Yes, feet goodbye. Important to land those. There we go. That's kind of the way you want to do stuff. Oh, man. Okay. Well, that's an improvement. That's, we did the talisman successfully. Although that was largely because I could tell that, okay, after the third talisman, she was definitely going to do the orb. See, there's definitely not time to counter that, which sucks, because evidently she can chain that as part of that combo. Shit. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with these, sword attacks, but Jesus. I don't think that full charge, at least not based on this phase, I don't think that full control is going to be beneficial to us. I think we should probably do the one that just auto-detonates, even though it's not all that good. Talisman will automatically detonate, lowering the risk of being attacked. And I think I have it spec'd. Yeah, it only requires one. Because I don't see a circumstance where I'm going to be able to get off even a moderately charged full control, let alone a full thing. As much as I like, as much as I preferred that in, like, we just need to be as fast and mobile as possible. It really sucks you can't dodge through that. You can jump it. I noticed that in the last sequence. Like, you can jump late and get out of it pretty effectively, so it seems to be most forgiving if you jump. The only downside being if you misread it and you end up jumping that one. I do like the arena. You know, not only is it not only is it unique, but like fuck me, dude. That is just the worst ability. If you do not counter that perfectly, you're just fucked. And she does that, and you have no way of predicting, dude. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. We haven't even gotten her to half health in phase 1. Well, I asked for a hard boss. That. Ugh. The telegraph. Like, having those two moves that need to be handled in completely different ways, be that fast and have almost, or what, you know, is perceptively the same. Jesus. You can't even, like, try to preempt that, like, because if you fuck up the dodge timing, oh my god, dude. You fuck up the dodge timing, then you're, or the jump timing even, you're going to be coming down after the delay for the talisman. I'd be very interested to know what doing this fight properly looks like, because I feel like there's a rhythmic component that I'm just missing. It may turn into a Lady Ethereal situation where, nope. And she did it again. See, like, you can't anticipate, you just have to completely react. There's a slight delay if you, Jesus Christ, dude. That's like less than a second for that move to come out. Is it that difficult to dodge? No, not particularly, but it's certainly not easy. We're making some moves. Ah, shit. See, it's so generous on both ends of that. Not that I necessarily expected to not get hit with that, oh my god. Like, there's no punishing. She has no openings. This is definitely the right talisman choice, though. 100%. And I do think, with how frequent the dodge opportunities, it's just going to be constant spamming of this, talisman. Probably as, like, a dodge. See? Like that. That's, we have the life talisman thing, although that's only for killing enemies. It's not actually dealing damage to enemies, which, like, of all the things that could feel like a completely underwhelming and unnecessary part of my overall kit, like, it did not necessitate a UI space that... Fuck. So I'm starting to see the ley lines, because she always follows the overhead blade with the fire with a dash, and then the whole like Ishin Ashina cross behind her when she does that. And then she has a fairly substantial moment after that where she can be punished or you can heal. So this is the like, oh fuck, I thought she was doing the overhead one. So phase 1 is definitely all about literally just memorizing the timing on her 2 stab patterns, which I admittedly haven't been paying that much attention to, and learning to navigate her 2.5, like her unavoidable attack sequences or undodgeable attack sequences. So do that, and then you can punish her there. Or heal, if necessary. That's our heal window. I don't know why her windows feel so much different. Oh, that was wrong. Damn. Yeah, you can't preempt it. You really have to react to it if you want to try and have a chance to do that. Alternatively, I can just jump every time and then dash backwards with that, but that feels like a wasted opportunity for damage. Alright. Starting to see it. Fuck, okay. Like, there's a reasonable, like, portion of that hitbox to go, like, yeah. Okay, it can be a little bit more generous on the back end, but, fuck. I mean, on some level, like, if I'm dodging that far behind her, it really doesn't feel like it should count. Okay, so sometimes she just goes back to her normal attack patterns. And then does that. God. Hey, phase 2! We only have no healing. Oh, and it's a completely new moveset. Okay. So some of those are undodgeable and some of those are dodgeable. Presumably... So we have to dodge through her? Is my understanding of that? Maybe? But with how quickly they... I'm actually extremely surprised that that didn't... Oh, that's definitely the way you handle this, though. It's kind of crazy how good that is, or this specific talisman is for this fight, because I cannot imagine you being expected to use anything else. I should probably consider changing my Cloud Piercer as well, because I don't know how effective that's going to be in helping me. But we're getting the first phase. We're getting, and you can see as I start to weave the, because you're parrying so much, or at least ideally, you're landing enough parries that you can use your talisman basically as much as you want, which is fun. I like that. I kind of wish another boss had had that sort of feel to it. Shit. Fuck. I'm still... That's difficult to come up with an idea of how you want to handle that ability, because she's going to come down... Well, no, let me think through this. She's going to come down facing you no matter where you dodge and where you end up. You also want her to come towards you, because dashing through her leaves a bunch of shit behind her. Ah, shit. I knew it was coming. This has been not a successful start. Not the most robust of commentary when I'm focusing on the fight, admittedly. Imperfect parries for days. That's okay, that's how we stay alive. Ah, shit. Till this happens. Shit. Again, attempting to preempt the seal. You can see which one she's doing, and it does give you enough time to react, which is, you know, my earlier complaint was premature. It was reactionary. I admit to that. Which is what's happened with a lot of these fights. That's not to say it isn't extremely fast and requires some extremely fast decision making. Welcome back. How was your sojourn? We're getting better at this fight. Significantly better, I would say. We still got a long way to go, though. Ah, shit. Wrong one. I don't know why I thought she would be opening with the other one. I don't know why I thought she'd be doing it again. Well, you know, we were doing well. We just have to commit to muscle memory that... should see if there's any seal synergies. Yep, no, I shouldn't be preempting that. That's my bad. That's my bad, that's my bad. Let's look at our Jades again and see what we can get to take advantage of, because this, I don't think that that's helping. Oh, I did all of them. Yeah, it didn't go too bad. I did get her to phase 2 once and then immediately died. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Increases damage output. That's interesting. That might actually be worth equipping. Let's try that. That's required. Watch your stream on your TV. Do it. I just moved to a new place not that long ago. I have yet to put up my new TV, or rather I'm having someone come out and mount the TV on the wall. But I'm very excited for it because it's large and I'm going to be able to watch it in bed and it'll be nice. Increases health restored, but slowly applies it. No, I don't want that. Increases recovery rate. Still think I want the vampirism. Some damage to internal damage, granting you the ability to better endure fierce combat, maybe? No, not that. Not that. Not that. See, so many of these are like, oh, here's an upside, but it also has a downside. And maybe it's just me, but I'm so risk averse, or it's very specific. It'll complete any ongoing charging for a charge strike. Maybe that's useful, but the latency on the charge strike recovery is just so long. Yeah, let's try the immobilization. Oh, you can. Oh, so you can actually equip both of those and have up to 3 enemies. That's kind of neat. Don't need that. All of these are like bonus things. Guess we might as well, but we need another second one. No, actually. Probably want the decreased knockback. That seems better. Yeah, I'm not sure about the Jades. I'm not in love with many of them. Most of them, in fact, there's a couple that I like, but unfortunately neither of them are really useful for this fight because they focus on me recovering internal damage from imprecise parries with auto attacks, and I just frankly don't get a whole lot of auto attack time in this. And remarkably, there's not any Jades that actually contribute meaningfully to a talisman heavy build, which is crazy and very confusing to me. Like, there are elements of the Jade system that feel like they should be an inherent part of the combat. There's elements of the Jade system that feel like they should have been in the talent tree. Hell, there's probably some stuff in the talent tree, if I looked at it, that feel like they should be in the Jade system. A lot of it feels kind of weirdly mismatched. I'm more cat than human, or more human than cat? I think I'm more cat than human, but I also, like, the plot line is me becoming very fond of humans, so maybe I'm more human than cat now. I don't know. Dodge timings have been awful this time around. See, I don't understand how those are imprecise parries. shit. See, with how fast it comes out, sometimes there's just like literally nothing you can do to better account for it. Also, I love that quarter of a second stagger we got off of her. I really feel like I earned that reprieve. That is like the best. Honestly, that's the best thing we can have happen in this phase of combat is that move, as long as I don't fuck up dodging it, because... Alright, phase 2, 1 heal. See, and she turns around during it, so I have yet to figure out exactly what the game wants from me there. Yeah, this is the best sequence, because... Oh, shit! Yeah, I don't... Okay. I think I know what it wants me to do there. Which sucks. It's cool as shit, but it sucks. It wants me to... charge parry, 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 charge parry. Which is, like, kind of insane, if I'm being honest. But... part of that attack sequence that's throwing me off is I don't actually think her dash after the downward flame strike, like, that doesn't actually do damage, which is weird, because you would think that it would. It certainly looks like it would. Or if it does it in a very specific and easy to dodge. Shit. Parry. I tried to talisman dodge towards her, but I just barely missed it. It probably does if you're standing flat on the ground, but I think outside of that you're actually... Do I want head pats? I always want head pats. Give me head pats. It'll help me get through this fight without losing my mind. Ah, I'm drinking. Ah, shit. Damn it. Enjoy it. Look at all those head pats. Oh, thank you. Thank you. They're giving me life. Give me life. Exactly what I needed. Thank you. Thank you, Robot Man. I'm a cat boy playing a cat man talking to a robot man. There's no actual people here. Ah, fuck you. Shit. I do deserve all the head pats. Thank you for finally recognizing it. I am a deserving little cat boy. Oh, man. We're getting it, though. We're getting it. We're getting to the point where we can consistently get to phase 2. Progress is progress. We're feeling good. Gonna do it. Maybe not tonight. Very adorable. Thank you. Thank you. I try very hard, even if my model doesn't reflect it accurately. One day I will get a better one. One day when I can justify spending the money on it. And when I can figure out what I want. That's part of it. So I gotta figure out exactly what my, I mean, I know what's me. I know what I am. What suits me. And it's probably not a Catboy, honestly. But, I don't know, maybe. If I keep getting head pats like this, then it might have to be a Catboy, because that's just too good to pass up. Shit. Just gotta take that stuff patiently. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Am I a cat femboy or just a normal Catboy? I'm a bit of a cat femboy. A bit of a one. A little bitty tiny. But not in the way that it counts. Let me be clear. I'm big in all the important ways. A little bit. So I've been working out a lot lately. So I'm a little bit less on the fem side and more on the fit hot as fuck side. I just want to be a little bit jacked, you know? Not like a ton. Just a little bit. I want to be able to wear my crop tops out in public and show off my tattoos. Hiya. Fuck. We were doing so well. Don't throw it away now. Ah, fuck. Oh shit, that was like so lucky. Yes, I have tattoos. Not very femboy of me, I know. Damn it. We got her phase 2, though. That was pretty good. I'm trying. Okay? I'm trying. Claps. Yay, claps. Ah, oh, shit. I got too cocky. That's the third one there. I'm probably making this up because I don't think it's true, but I feel like she can cancel out of her recovery from one of those sequences into a talisman early, which screws up my timing. It's terrible. It's just terrible. I'm gonna need more drink for this. Damn it. Oh, that was just terrible. You just wipe it up. Just start over. Just try again. This is turning into a drink every time I die, which is going to mean my performance is going to get either a lot worse or a lot better. Probably a lot better, because I tend to play games better when I'm thinking less and playing more. Most of my life tends to be better when I'm thinking less and doing more. I overthink a lot. That's bullshit. Alright? That's bullshit. I'm still enjoying this fight though, which I think is a good sign. Especially because I've been able to figure out ways to I've been able to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing or how I'm supposed to be like effectively navigating the fight, you know? Like, there's a lot of fun to thinking that a boss is completely unbeatable and then understanding the patterns and identifying like how and where you can deal with the boss's moves. I'm dead. Holy shit. Okay, well, I survived a lot longer than I thought I was going to that time. Okay, alright, let's focus up. Focus up. Alright. We can do this. We can at least get to phase 2 and try that one attack a few times. I think that's no, there were a couple of other move iterations in phase 2. Oh, that's why I need to be jumping when I'm doing that, because it's directional. Makes sense. That's how you get the triple parry. Oh, no. Ugh. I don't understand how that wasn't a, I don't understand how that wasn't a parry or whatever it was, but oh well. That's what we gotta do, we just gotta do it better. That is also one of the frustrating reasons, or frustrating components to them immediately turning around in the middle of combos to face you, is like, if you dash towards them and accidentally end up dashing through them, then you end up in this awkward situation where they turn around and you're like not facing them to parry, so you kind of get punished for it. I don't love that. Yeah, see, she can definitely cancel out of that early to Talisman, which I don't love. I'll be honest. I have this problem with Elden Ring and the design of Elden Ring's boss fights. Not that I don't like Elden Ring. I mean, I've played a lot of Elden Ring, okay? But bosses tend to do this thing where they will arbitrarily modify their attack sequences based on like what is best for them, which feels really weird because it's not like I as the character can, you know, decide that I'm just going to spend less time recovering from an attack sequence because it's, you know, to my advantage. And that's a perfect example of that kind of happening. Can you heal, please? Okay, that was sloppy. That was my fault. Sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. We're getting it, though. I am worried. I'm worried that this boss might have 3 phases, which would be kind of fucking nuts, if I'm being honest. That would be in keeping with Lady Ethereal. And it's probably the same sort of design, which I consider to be the platonic ideal of boss design is, you know, a 3-phase... Oh, fuck. I fucked that one up. A 3-phase fight where it iterates each phase on the same moveset and doesn't give them like something entirely new, so shit. Be better about that. Probably didn't need to heal there, but nice. Phase 2, multiple heals. We're getting better. But she's gonna do that thing now, okay? Oh, fuck. Okay. Oh, man. There's literally like 3 frames to that attack. What the fuck? Maybe my game dipped in frame rate or something, but there were not a whole lot of animation frames. That's crazy. Fuck. I should have healed there instead of attacking. That was my mistake. we're getting these basic sword parry patterns down too, which is honestly really important. Fuck. Fuck that one up too. Less good this time around. Still not terrible though. Honestly, one of the most important things is that we get to practice that opening move of phase 2. Getting that is going to be huge. Ah, damn. The wasted heal. Alright, let's try it again. Dude. I want to see a frame breakdown of that. I really do. I really do, because I refuse to believe that it's more than 10 frames. Which, you know, means it's a 1/6 of a second. Though I can release early. The tail end of this of parries on that particular dodge is really generous. Shit. Fucked it up. I need to stop charging my attacks, because that's what's screwing me up with reacting appropriately to those. Could you, like, talisman when I tell you to, please? Fuck. Yeah, that was bad. Sometimes the stage really fucks with my brain and makes me think I need to go back the other direction because I'm about to hit a corner. Yeah. Yeah, we're not doing so good right now, Robot Man, but it's okay. We're going to bring it back. We're going to get there. We're better than where we started, and that's the important thing. Next one, orb. Oh, I was too early. Fuck. That was so good, dude. All right, we're practicing our fundamentals. Go. Alright. Come back here. That's too early. And too late. Jesus. Get her to the second stage. Give me those fucking head pats. I did it. I didn't survive for very long, but I fucking did it. This is what I live for. Video games and head pats. This up and you're gonna make me put on my collar to jingle for you. That one doesn't count. Alright. Oh, thank you. Head pats, head pats, head pats. How many is that? At least like 25 head pats. How many head pats do I get if I get her to stage 3 or beat her? Fuck. Ah! Charge attacks. Bad news. Bad news! Oh, fuck. Many as I want. Yay! I want all the head pats. I want every single one. Until your hands fall off. It's all the motivation I needed. Now I'm just gonna win. Fuck. Fucked it up! Fucked it up! It's that one mix-up. Do this. Eventually. I haven't even survived in phase 2 for more than 30 seconds yet. Talisman. Blade. Talisman. Only used one heal, look at that! Boygas. Too early. Too early. Jesus. If you fuck that up, you just die. You just die. I'm wondering if... Okay, so one of these Jades says that if you... where was it? It allowed me to, like, do a bunch of carries in a row. Right? Where was it? Can't even find it. Oh, here it is. Pressing L1 right after a successful unbound counter to perform continuous unbound counters. I don't really have anything to test that on, but I'm gonna try and see if I can figure out what that looks like in application. Want anything else? What are you offering? Hmm? What do you have for me, Robot Man? Fuck! Well, that hurt. Then the head pats are excellent. I will eventually, when I have the time and wherewithal and knowledge to set it up, I do want to, like, I have a bot that will eventually that I can use to get like chat participation with stuff or have chat trigger parts of my OBS. So oh my god, I'm dying. So I can like have overlay elements trigger. So head pats in the chat can head pat me. Like, that's stuff I want to do. And I think would be really nice to set up. Oh, I meant to try my thing. Ah, shit. Yeah, jumping in the air preemptively after parrying those attacks, it's just a bad idea. It just doesn't help me at all. At all. But yeah, there's lots of OBS stuff that I think would be a lot of fun to do. I just got a new microphone, which I think sounds really good. Very happy with it. Also wasn't that expensive. Parries are shit. Wow, 2 in a row? Wow, okay. It didn't like the message you tried to send? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Which is all over you. Got the Twitch police. Fuck. Stop jumping because you think she's going to use the talisman. And just figure out what she's doing. You have plenty of time to react. And by plenty of time, I mean a whole 30 microseconds. But that's plenty of time. Oh, no. I was doing so good. Waiting to be approved by a mod. How the fuck do I even see that? I can't see it right now. I'll have to check. I use chat in my OBS. I don't have a mod chat set up in it, which I should probably get, admittedly. But yeah, I'll figure it out later. Sorry. Your message is lost to the void. Lost to the mysteries of the internet forever. Just as we all will be. I think it's weird that there was a time when everyone was like, careful what you put on the internet, because it'll be there forever. Which is, like, true. It's not necessarily bad advice, but at the same time, there's so much shit on the internet. Like, good luck finding fucking anything. Aw, shit. One of the reasons I've made this channel and gotten into streaming, well, back into streaming, I streamed a long time ago. I mean, not that long ago, but years ago. It's because, like, I wanted to be able to be myself. And that's why I did the whole VTuber thing this time around. Son of a bitch. Because it's just easier. It's just less, like, less bullshit, you know? And now I can feel free to be myself and talk about whatever. And it's freeing in a way. Knowing it'll all be lost eventually. Okay. Can we stop this? I really hate the hitbox on that ability. With how punishing it is, it really doesn't need to extend on both sides like that. Oh, more fireworks. Don't get fireworks. I don't like them. I don't like things that explode in general. I think that's a perfectly reasonable position to take, by the way. Like, I don't think that we should really be all that interested in things that explode. Feels counter to our survival. See, I parried that. And I parried those. Does look like we're gonna get a... Fuck! No, I died. I spoke too soon. Damn it. Nuclear warheads, yeah. That's what's coming down. At least then I don't have to worry about paying my bills. Probably. I would imagine most of the economic infrastructure of the United States would vanish quite quickly if we were launched into nuclear war, but I could be wrong. Ah, shit. Really? I already used 2 heals? I really shouldn't be worrying that much if I'm not even getting to phase 2. I fucked it up. Damn it, dude. I can just dodge back from that. It's really not that big of a deal, but I keep jumping. And I need to stop. That's probably the one biggest thing that I need to do is stop jumping preemptively whenever she launches a new attack sequence. I need to be jumping tactically with this. You just chill out. Ugh. So dumb. It sucks to pull off a good dodge sequence and then have her completely ruin it by just launching into another full combo sequence. I guess there's like no iframes on the talisman dodge, which makes sense, I guess, but not really. Pretty mean. Want to be besties? Yes, let's be besties, Robot Man. We're besties now. We are besties the moment you followed me. I was close. Alright. Half heals. Like making new friends good. Making new friends is good. Oh, we did it! Fuck yeah! It was entirely on accident, but we did it. Oh! What the fuck was that? Ow! Stop this. Oh, you can dash. Oh. Why? Now I have to fucking account for, as if that parry sequence wasn't difficult enough. Now I have to account for the fact that you might fucking dash. Ugh. Oh my god. Just a sequence of me trying to heal and taking a bunch of damage. Her moves are kind of difficult to perfect parry, but they're not actually that hard to imperfect parry, so it's relatively difficult for me to die. I just end up with no health. More head pats for lasting a long while. Thank you. I need them to keep going. I mean, I always last a long while. Shit. Do head pats power me up? Yes. They fill up my overcharge gauge. Once I reach maximum, I reach Super Catboy level 2. I really gotta get that one. I don't know, I'm like, earlier I was planning for it, and now I'm just like not even paying attention to the fact that that exists. I think it's because this sequence just generally gives me a whole lot more damage, and so I prefer when she does this to... Ugh. I was doing so well. Losing it this run, though. Losing it. Super Cat Femboy, exactly. Exactly, and when I transform, I do a Sailor Moon transformation, and I get my striped socks. With the little paw pads on the bottom. And my collar. Programming outfit. You know the one. So it's literally not possible to dodge that. At least not in that direction. That's good to know. I jumped though. Not my fault the game ate my input. Oh. I hate how she dashes backwards, dude. Like, don't dash backwards on a stage that is constantly within range anyway. Oh, man. I think I figured out how to do that a little bit more reliably. You're doing it again? Okay. I feel like that shouldn't be allowed. She definitely should not be allowed to do that twice in a row. But if we can get that and just a couple of other moves in phase 2, then it's just a matter of consistency. Fuck! Oops. Don't fail now! God damn it! God damn it! Just Photoshop my face onto a maid outfit? Please do me the favor of joining the Discord and sharing it. I actually don't know if there's a channel to share that in there. In which case I should probably make like a art or something channel, but I'm flattered that you even take the time to do that. I do rock a maid outfit. Yeah, there should be a link down below. It's not anything special. There's not anything exciting in there. I think there's maybe one other member currently. Can you stop that, please? But it's definitely there. Another thing that, you know, as my community hopefully grows, I do a better job of keeping up with and making useful and meaningful as a tool, a community resource. But yeah, I configured all my socials after someone came in and they're like, you don't have any socials. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. I didn't think it was important, and I still don't really use them at all, but I recognize that they are kind of at least important for oh shit. Damn it. I can probably stay on the ground and dodge out of that too if I time it correctly. A bad phase one. A lot of poor dodges on those. Join after you finish the masterpiece. Take your time, Leonardo, please. I would never dare to rush the artist. Oh, that was actually kind of fucking sick. Wait, what? Did I accidentally just do something amazing? Okay, but I think I figured out something great. I just have to get the timing down on it. Because I accidentally did like a chain. Is that what they want you to do? Is that like the goal? Because it causes a bunch of internal damage. Shit. I didn't get the chance there. Shit. She gave me a bunch of chances and I just fucked it up most times. Alright. So I have to do that, and then I immediately have to re-hold the button. Right? I think? I don't know if it's a tap or if it's a hold, but it can cause like a bunch of damage in this early phase. Shit. Alive. God. My parry timing's getting all out of whack. Oh, yeah, dude. Until that happens, which is really annoying. That I can even do something very high skill. So, you know, I remarked earlier that that move doesn't have any damage during the slash, and it's becoming apparent to me why that's the case. Is because I realize my computer, oh, well, no, I guess the game audio is just really low for you guys, so you basically never hear anything. Sorry, I should fix that. I really hate that it's so far behind her, dude. It doesn't fucking matter if I have dodged through her. It doesn't matter if I've talismaned. It is just a large AoE grab, which sucks. Sucks dick. beginning to believe. Ugh. And then I immediately die, dude. Oh, man. I don't like how few frames there are to that animation. I don't... Maybe it's a me problem? I mean, it's definitely a skill issue, but, like, it feels a bit too fast, if I'm being honest. Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, and my talisman didn't go off? Still can't dodge that. Damn it. Doing so well. We're figuring it out. And there's a couple of mistakes in there that were avoidable. But sometimes she pulls a sequence of attacks is really annoying. Particularly when she just decides to light attack a bunch, and I have a difficult time figuring out exactly when I can effectively weave talismans in it, because what I'm really learning looking at it is there's basically no reason to bother on. Oh, fuck, dude. That's a wonderful situation where input queuing is really important in these games, because if you put the heal input prior to you being completely done with your parrying animation, you just don't do it, and then you stand there like an idiot and you don't heal, and then you die because of it. Like, some input queuing is important. You don't want an excessive amount of it, but it's after the 3 attacks that you can... Damn it! Let's go. Let's go. Hey. Ah, fuck. Damn it. Invite link is invalid. That's weird. Why would it be invalid? I set it to be a permanent one. Thanks for letting me know. Thanks for checking. No wonder no one's joined the Discord. I'll fix that right now. Post one in chat. Set this link to never expire, right? Never expire. No maximum usage limit. Look at that one. That's a good question. I made a fan art channel, though it may not have permission configuration. Let's see if I can fix that. There you go. See if that works for you. Give it a test. I like that YouTube lets me have my full name. It's just the way it is on Twitch, but... Well, on Twitch I didn't want a big, long, double name with surname kind of... thing. I wanted as close to just Cyrus as I could get. That was pretty close. Fuck! I felt like I jumped that. Fuck you. Fuck you. And you can test the verification once you get in there, though it should work. It should. Spent a lot of time testing it. I didn't change anything. So it should still be good. Oh, I heard it. I heard something. such a huge amount of damage when that happens. It's great. There does seem to be a weirdly variable amount of time to it. As I felt with a lot of boss attacks throughout this entire game. I'm dead! Thank you, my first fan art, yay! Dude, I don't... Alright, I got 10 more minutes in me. And then it's bedtime. This will have to wait until tomorrow, but I'm confident tomorrow will make it even further. I don't want to say that we'll beat it, but I don't know. I feel like we've done pretty well for final boss of what is notoriously a very difficult game. Hope I love it. I'm sure it will. Fuck you. See, I don't think you should be able to do that. For the simple reason, I don't think that you should... Like, I don't think that if there's a move that is designed to be difficult and, you know, there's a very high skill level way of taking advantage of it, and, like... Because, look, not only do you have to recognize the move and dodge it appropriately, well, fuck, but you have to execute a perfectly timed charge parry followed by several well-timed normal parries with a specific Jade item. Like, there's a whole lot of expectant stuff set up for you to be able to, like... Oh, and you have to be facing the correct direction. Like, there's a lot of conditions for you to be able to pull off the parry that I'm doing for these. And I feel like I deserve the little bit of payoff that I get from it. You know? It's just a little bit. It's not even that much. It's not like I'm doing a quarter of their health. I'm doing, like, maybe an eighth, if that. And again, that requires me to execute everything effectively. It's very high risk. And then sometimes they can just decide, oh, you know that recovery period I typically give you during this sequence? No. No, I'm not going to do that. Actually, I'm going to attack you immediately out of this. I don't think that should be allowed. I wonder how many years of my life I'm losing to this cutscene. I jumped though, dude. What's there? 5 more minutes of practice. No more complaining. No more complaining. Hey, I actually dodged it for the most part. Obviously not what I wanted to do in that situation, but... Can you not? Do you mind? Remember that after those 3 stabs is a good opportunity to... Fuck off. Not to be confused with the 2 stabs. I really didn't need to heal there. Gonna leave you soon. I will, but I'll be back tomorrow. Dude, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Oh yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Same time, maybe even a little bit earlier. When did I start tonight? Yeah, it should be an hour earlier tomorrow. And I'm probably... I don't know what's going on with my schedule. At least for the next week, I'm still planning on Tuesday. My typical Sunday, Tuesday... Tonight was actually a bonus. I don't usually stream Saturday nights, but... I'm probably moving to more weekend heavy because... Shit. I'm going to be dropping my Thursday time slot, and so I'm going to be probably moving that to Saturday mornings, if I had to guess. That's not definitive, and it's all, I mean, frankly, it's all, like, up in the air. Change it at any point in time. Fuck off. What time is it for me right now? It's about to be midnight. About to be midnight. So yeah, I'm probably moving to Sunday nights, because I do eventually plan on having Sunday nights be horror game nights. Spooky Sundays. Are you Eastern as well? Nice. Ah! Very cool. So yeah, I'm probably... Oh god. this one. You know what? Just wipe it up. Let's run it again. We need a fresh start. Because I want to keep Sunday nights as like spooky Sundays eventually. I'm not doing that right now. Because I haven't gotten a lot of traction in the horror game categories right now, especially the indie horror games. But that's eventually the plan. I might do Saturday mornings just for some variety, time zone variety, and it's been, you know, I've had some times where I've wanted to stream in the mornings on the weekends after I work out, so I think that would be fun. And then Tuesday evening still works out well, but I might be doing some D&D type stuff on Thursdays here pretty soon, so. I hate that she dashes backwards. There's literally no reason for you to dash backwards. It's just you being incredibly rude as a character. Like, it doesn't even match the character's personality archetype. She thinks she's better than me. Oh, shit. Fuck! I don't know why I thought she was gonna do the orb. I was just, like, fully prepared to parry it. Alright. One more try. One more try. We're giving it one more try. Alright, shake off the rust. We're gonna get to phase 2. That's what we're gonna do. Well, we're off to an incredible start. I don't understand how that wasn't a, like, executed parry. One more try. One more try. We were doing so well until she decided to be a pain in the ass about it. I can tell I'm fatigued. I can tell I'm like past the point of really engaging with it, but I'm hoping that some of this is going to be processed into my muscle memory, and that way when I play tomorrow it'll be like I've done it for 1,000 hours. Fuck. Fuck off. When she tags me with that, one more try. When she tags me with that overhead slash, because she can, did she do a talisman? I didn't actually realize. I feel like she can do that blank out of it without a talisman. Yeah, which I think is pretty fucking rude, honestly. It's my fault for jumping all over the place again. As I talked about earlier, getting punished for not being tactical with my moves. Also generally, and I'm pretty sure I have the lack of, like, the decreased knockback Jade on. I'm not going to be able to charge about that. I really don't like how much you get knocked back in this game. Mainly because it puts you outside of range of being able to do things effectively, and I think that's really, like, not good design. Because, like, if I'm even moderately successful in parrying, like, why are you punishing me more for being successful in that? Fuck, man. I have not gotten to do my little thing. Yeah. Alright. 3 out of 4 ain't bad. She's doing it again! Dude, this sequence of attacks is just absurd. I really wish I could dodge through that with my own talisman or something. Not again, lady! Oh my god. I imagine if I had that down well, it would work out okay. Alright, that's enough of that. Let me check out. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. Oh, it's perfect. I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but I'm going to do something with it. I love it so much. Oh, it's so well done, too. Oh my god. It's, you know, I'm amazed with how well the neckline flows into the photo you had. It's incredible. It's incredible. Thank you. You've given me a gift, Robot Man. I love it. Okay, well, I'm tired. So I'm going to bed. But thanks for hanging out, Robot Man. I hope to see you around again in the future. It's been lovely chatting with you and hanging out. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. I hope you have a good night. Can you get a good night kiss? Of course you can. Mwah. You want another one? Mwah. Good night, Robot Man. Ah!